Hello, everyone, and welcome to our final course project. My name is Mackenzie,
And my name is Ariel.
and today you will learn everything you need to know pharmacologically about lithium. To begin, we want to give you a little bit of background. Lithium is available in two forms, lithium carbonate in tablet form and lithium citrate in liquid form.
Common brands are Pridel, Camcolit, and Liskinum. Lithium citrate, although less common, is commonly known as Pridel and Li liquid. Medical use of lithium initially emerged in the 19th century when researchers found benefits of taking the drug for the treatment of mood disorders. At the time, it was difficult to fully understand the potential for treatment. However, the modern use of lithium emerged in the 20th century following John Cade's observation of the effects on specific patients with mania and his subsequent discovery in how to treat them. In 1970, the FDA approved lithium carbonate for the treatment of mania for mood stabilization and suicide prevention. So, where does lithium come from? Lithium is extracted from rock deposits. It is mined and converted to a saleable form by heating and chemical processes. Lithium can also be extracted by liquid brine, which is pumped to the surface and distributed to evaporation ponds. The liquid content is removed after time through solar evaporation.
So, what is lithium and why should we care about it? Lithium is used as a pharmacotherapy for the treatment of mania and bipolar disorder. The drug is known for its ability to reduce acute mood episodes, switch prevention, and suicidal behaviors. The mood stabilizer has been the standard treatment for bipolar disorder for over 60 years. Bipolar disorder is a mental health condition characterized by extreme mood swings. This includes shifting between periods of elevated mood called mania and periods of low mood, commonly known as depression. During a manic episode, individuals feel excited and happy, full of energy and even euphoric. During a depressive episode, however, energy levels decrease and feelings of hopelessness and anxiety increase. Therefore, lithium is used to flatten the extreme of emotions in both directions. Furthermore, lithium is not used directly to treat depression, but it has been shown that 45% of patients monitored in a placebo controlled study responded to lithium as an adjunct medication for depression.
The drug is commonly administered orally with a tablet or liquid solution. It is absorbed through the stomach and small intestine, also known as the GI tract. Taking other drugs with lithium can lower the bioavailability as well as eating food. Lithium does not bind with proteins and distributes unevenly into different parts of the body. It is eliminated primarily through the kidneys in the form of urine. The typical half-life of lithium ranges from 18 to 36 hours. 80% of lithium is excreted through urine and undergoes reabsorption. Let's get into lithium's mechanism of action, which is yet to be fully understood by the scientific community. Lithium does not bind to receptors, so is not an agonist or antagonist. It acts cellularly, changing signaling in the brain by altering second messenger pathways.
For example, lithium has been shown to reduce phosphatidylinositol, aka PI, linked neurotransmitter receptor systems that are overactive in manic patients. Therefore, by inhibiting a key enzyme in the PI pathway, the manic effects in patients are decreased.
Furthermore, decreases in calcium release diminish the activity of protein kinase C, leading to modifications in gene expression associated with neurotransmission. Lithium elevates proteins that are protected by toxins, stress, injury, etc., which triggers neurogenesis and increases gray matter volume, which is needed for memory, attention, and processing. The hippocampus and prefrontal cortex contribute to mood stabilization, so those areas are most affected when one takes lithium. Increases in serotonin are also seen, enhancing mood. Inhibition of dopamine reduces mania and impulsivity. During a manic episode, DA is often released, so it modulates dopamine to reduce manic symptoms.
Lithium's chronic use is less exciting to talk about than other psychoactive drugs because it's supposed to be taken on a long-term basis. Treatment of bipolar disorder is a lifelong necessity for most bipolar patients. However, to begin, no metabolic tolerance is possible because lithium is not metabolized. It is excreted by the kidneys in the form of urine, which we previously mentioned. Lithium is reabsorbed from kidney tubules instead of sodium, which is part of its mechanism of action in reducing sodium levels. However, sodium depletion due to sweating, diarrhea, vomiting, dehydration, or diuretic medication may lead to toxic levels of lithium. Therefore, a patient's blood level of lithium must be monitored on a regular basis to ensure a toxin concentration of 2 millimolar is not reached. Withdrawal symptoms vary amongst individuals, but commonly include increased anxiety, mood swings, increased irritability, and depressive symptoms. Physical symptoms include fatigue, headaches, gastrointestinal issues, cold sweats, and changes in sleep pattern. Lastly, while any drug can become addictive, lithium has a low potential for abuse. Individuals may use lithium for the duration of their life to avoid a return of manic and depressive episodes. However, this is not an indicator of addiction. For example, if a diabetic stops taking their insulin, they will suffer symptoms, but this doesn't mean they are addicted. Lithium is similar, and furthermore, it is hard to abuse due to the narrow therapeutic range in which it is non-toxic. Thank you guys so much for joining our presentation, and I hope everybody does amazing on their finals.